How are you?
Hey guys,
We freeze already.
Oh my God, we're frozen already.
Listen, we're on site at the camp. We're working through it. That's Jabberhammer, the agent of chaos with his horns. That's Handjob over there. He's
horny jabber.
He's on timeout right now. He's been a little suspect. It's me, Alex. That's Can't Look Carter.
Make sure to subscribe to him.
Solid. Welcome to Bass and Brews. We are on site. It actually happened. I showed up in North Carolina. This is where we're at. Paul is feeling
horny.
Great.
We're at a nondescript location.
Yes.
You did not do what you said you were going to do.
Hey guys, listen. Welcome to the show. This is the official takeover of Hands-On Adventures. For the next 3 to 5 hours, we're talking about Britney Spears and feet pics.
Let's go. First off,
check the audio.
No, stop.
Turn the volume up so you can check the audio. Look, we tested this and everything sounded great, but I don't know how it's sounding now. So we're checking it. There's 2 people here. One of them is Alex, and I'm assuming that the other one is not commenting, but you need to let us know. Boom, it sounds great. Yes.
So
yes. All right.
with your $200
Alex,
mic, you keep dropping.
Alex knocked my mic off the table. Alex, you gotta finish your thing so we can get into one of the reasons why this podcast is happening.
Yeah, hey,
right
so again, welcome to Bass and Brews, your weekly distraction from high quality podcast.
Carter, you're right.
I'm Alex. That's Jabber.
Smoked sausage.
Would you stop? You're ruining it. Shush it.
I gotta tell him what to do.
Anyways, we're here. We're in North Carolina. We're on site. If you guys want to see more, potentially more crazy adventures with this, or just help support the show, you can head over to patreon.com/Bass and Brews. That's patreon.com/Bass and Brews. You can become a producer of the show.
Me and Dustin.
Also, if you want to get in contact with us, you can hit us through socials, or you can also go to bassandbrews@gmail.com. Give us all your recommendations on who you'd like to see next on the show. At this point, you're probably going to want whole new, hosts after this show. So make sure to let us know. bassandbrews@gmail.com. All right, I think that's all of it. It's hard to breathe in this mask.
It is hard. Mine's not hard to breathe because I got to get a big mouth hole, but it's my face and my nose is itching so bad that I might fart. But look, for food, I'm doing all the cooking, every bit of it. They've washed one dish, and I had to make Alex wash it a second time this morning because he missed the rim.
Yes, sir.
Even though he argued with me that he cleaned it, so he had to do it twice. They did help unload. That helped set up a little bit. But we are cooking, and the point of this is we're cooking.
A little bit?
And shush.
Muy caliente on the fire, my boy.
Ridiculous. Go ahead.
So all of our meals, Friday, breakfast, hog eating corn. Yeah, see? Yeah, gooch me again.
Go ahead, finish your thing. Come on.
Well, if you would quit interrupting me, if you gooch me again, I'm going to grab your balls. So listen, our whole every single bit of what we're eating this whole weekend is bright leaf. Yesterday, we had what? Yesterday we had fried bright leaf, thick bologna sandwiches with fried. Yeah. I didn't see it.
Keep going.
We had fried bologna sandwiches with egg and cheese. Delicious. It was wonderful. We had a little side plate of mac and cheese. That wasn't bright leaf, but they don't make mac and cheese.
More on the mac and cheese later.
Yeah, more on the mac and cheese later. We'll tell you what yellow dye 2 does in your body, because we did an experiment last night and we saw it. Anyway,
I feel like it was very conclusive.
Shush. This morning for breakfast, we were supposed to have pork roll, aka Taylor ham, from New Jersey, and Alex forgot to bring it. He didn't bring it. You can't sit like that. We hear it. and it's really interrupting. Y'all are anyway.
Paul gets a little taste of how much he interrupts me on an episode, and he is already. I can feel his blood pressure rising.
No, my blood pressure is not rising because I took my blood pressure medication this morning.
The thing.
Yeah, when you want the thing,
Just hold on. Don't you start. I will leave you here.
Wait, what?
Anyway, so everything we're eating. Last night, fried bologna sandwiches. This morning, we had Red Hots. Alex's first ever Bright Leaf Red Hot. We had fried Red Hots on a sandwich, homemade camp bread with egg and cheese. Alex, how were the Red Hots?
All right, so the whole idea is that we were gonna put it against the pork roll, right? I know we got a lot of Northeast listeners. I will say they're different sandwiches, but they're both equally fantastic. The Red Hots with the egg and the cheese and the camp bread. I can tell why Paul is this big because it was
Easy.
Absolutely delicious.
Easy. Carter ate 2 Red Hots.
He gave me the easy.
He ate 2 Red Hots. And tonight, we're having Bright Leaf smoked sausages, the best smoked sausages I've ever had. They're my favorite. And the star of the meal, Bright Leaf hot dogs with homemade chili. And Alex is going to have his first chili slaw dog ever.
Yes,
tonight.
Chili slaw dog.
Chili slaw dog. But every one of our meals, besides like some chips and the mac and cheese, everything we've eaten has been Bright Leaf. And I wanted to give Alex a true North Carolina weekend. And I thought, what better way than with Bright Leaf meats? And so far, it's been wonderful. It's been delicious.
Great.
I feel like you would have took credit as star of the show instead of the hot dogs.
Yeah.
Well, the star of the show.
I mean, you've been taking credit all weekend.
Listen, to be honest,
Alex showed up with a sleeping bag and a shitty pillow. He forgot the food. He forgot the tasty cakes.
I did.
The only thing he's got my tent. He's using. Oh, he did bring he bought his own alcoholic beverages.
Thank you.
He's using my chargers.
But this guy.
All you had to do
This
was
guy is
bring
an
the roll.
Android user. This guy's an Android.
This guy's an Android user, so that's.
I brought the
look,
Android.
We're doing Bright Leaf smoked sausages. Everything's being cooked on the fire tonight. Y'all are not going to see this. That's why we're recording early because
You will see it. You guys are going to see it on the YouTube video that's going to come out in about 2 weeks. So stay tuned.
We're going to have videos out. We're going to have some TikToks out, Instagrams out, Facebooks out. We're going to have it. These are those. Hey, go get the Red Hots. We had to train Carter to be our runner
It took you like 5 seconds.
to go get the stuff. And he, after the first trial, he was spot on. So I don't know what has taken so long now for him to come back. But if you've never had a Red Hot, it's kind of like a hot dog. It's a little bit spicier. And it's more of a breakfast food, even though I love to cook them. What do you do? Did you drop it?
No.
I got a question.
Dropped
His credentials.
Alex's. He knocked over Alex's.
Paul just yelled at me because I didn't drop the mic. The mic fell.
No, you hit the table and knocked it off.
Anyways.
I wasn't there.
All right. What do you got, Carter?
So look, all right, these are the Red Hots. Now they come in these bags. You'll have to go to the website to get the full instruction of why Bright Leaf Carolina Packers puts them in the bags, but it's about flavor. I went and picked these up at the Bright Leaf facility in Smithfield Friday morning, so I got the freshest stuff so Alex could have the freshest Bright Leafs. But the Red Hots are a great. Carter, what are you doing? Bo, let's go.
I really got to question his credentials.
Hold on, real quick. Look, the Red Hots, great breakfast food.
Do I get the hot dogs?
Not yet. I will tell you when to get the hot dogs.
Do I just put this in?
Yes, put those back. We rehearsed this. Hey, he is asking questions instead of just doing stuff. But grits, they're great. Take a piece of loaf bread and just wrap it up like a hot dog and throw whatever you want in there. It's delicious. Great times. But tonight, homemade chili, Bright Leaf hot dogs, Bright Leaf smoked sausages. Yep. Alex is going to have his first chili slaw dog. I mean, it's been good. We had quail eggs for breakfast.
Also, not just quail eggs, like pickled quailed eggs.
With jalapenos.
It was amazing. We also had pickled okra, also awesome.
Pickled okra was delicious. And I got those from the Walmarts. And I'll tell you what, I got them because they were there, and I was skeptical of their flavor. But whoever made, and I don't know, it's in the cooler, but whoever made the pickled okra, they did a really good job.
Oh, dude, I burped in the mask. Hey, we've also got hands-on adventures here with us.
Hand job adventures, if you listen to the podcast enough.
Dustin's here, and Dustin is the mastermind behind. Like, this is not a.
I'm not regretting this at all.
No, yeah, it's. We've got these masks.
It smells like depression in here.
Oh my God, you're gonna get home tomorrow, and all that glitter is gonna be on your face, and your wife's gonna be
so screwed.
Don't worry. I already told her earlier. I like to lotion my thighs with like glitter lotion, so it'll be okay.
I'll have to stop and get some singles so you don't think I'll spill them all.
Exactly. There it is. So props to the mask. I might have to take mine off here soon. It's
me too. Yeah, me too. Me too. I can't do it.
They are
anymore.
Amazing. Don't worry in about 4 years.
I can breathe.
Daddy,
Life.
Can I wear yours?
Paul's going to have about 10 of these masks, and Dustin said it perfectly. He's never going to admit that Dustin bought it.
Yeah, I'll never get the credit for this.
Paul
Can I
has
see what I look like?
Paul has said
We're gonna scare mommy with that one night. You're gonna put it on when she's asleep, and then you're gonna walk in and tap her on the shoulder, looking at her.
Paul has said that I haven't done anything.
Can you move?
What I have done is I've unpacked tons of stuff. I've
We
had
did
to
put up a
move
tent.
things. We put up a tent. He's also
He
gimpy.
put up
and
Alex's
can't
tent, which I brought. Alex, the only reason Alex has a tent is because I brought it.
This guy's an Android user.
So the theme of the night is I have an Android.
Look, Carter spent pretty much about 17 to 19 hours just listening, picking up on all the little jokes and stuff that we made. And he has been absolutely roasting the hell out of Dustin.
Yeah.
This whole day.
It's been amazing.
It's,
I feel like he worked for what was the roast back in the day?
What you say,
Dean Martin?
Martin?
Whoever did the roast back in the day? I was like, man, you
look,
Listen, we're gonna see Carter and Kill Tony coming in like 2 weeks. He's gonna
for
be
sure.
slamming it.
Yeah.
hey, we would have had a lot of other funny interactions. I kept telling these two knuckleheads because I was cooking all night last night.
Again,
I was cooking. I kept telling them, why aren't y'all recording? Why aren't y'all recording? And Carter would just be sitting there for 30, 45 minutes, an hour. And then all of a sudden he would say the funniest thing and they would bust out laughing. But you know what? Y'all won't ever get to enjoy that because they weren't recording.
Time
Hogging
out.
corn. Hogging corn.
time out.
To be fair,
To be
To be
fair.
fair.
drunk by the time he told us this.
Yeah, me and Dustin went hard in the paint.
Dustin and I.
Went hard in the paint
Grammar Nazi.
right away. Right, we were about a 6-pack down within an hour of Paul leaving. Because he had to go. He left for about an hour and a half.
I did not. It was an hour on the dot.
Anyways, but also about the whole Carter saying funny stuff. Carter didn't say anything funny until today. I think we're all being honest men.
No, I said some
You didn't, bro. No, it was bad.
last night.
It was bad. It wasn't that funny.
Nah,
We fake laughed at
he
him.
would definitely not get Kill Tony last night.
Yeah, we fake laughed at you.
Bro, he's the 50-year-old. He wears a mask to he always wears a mask to hide his very old face.
Carter hit me up where I went, hey, Carter, who's the oldest? And he looked at everybody and then stared at me dead in the eyes and went, you. And I was like, no, I'm actually the youngest. And he had a perplexed look and he was just like, no, it's still you. Like he had nailed it perfectly.
And then at some point he said, "You're short."
I'm short. Yeah. Again, today he's been killing it. Yesterday he was weak. It was lame. I was disappointed in him.
Yeah, you got to step it up, bud.
I know.
Oh, step it up.
What Carter doesn't know, well, he knows now. So I have been, since we've been
He's
here.
a little Android user.
Oh, there we go.
His phone
There
is
it is.
made from a potato.
We've heard you're an Android user as a slap for at least the last 3 hours.
It has
It's getting a little old.
It is. New material, bud. But what he knows now I have been doing nothing but letting out bright leaf farts into his tent the whole camping trip. The bright leaf, honestly, bright leaf has been good. It's not sponsored. They did hook us up with some stuff, but this isn't one of those like paid bullshit things, right? I gotta be good about language. There's people here, but it has actually been really good. It's not overly salty. It tastes meaty. It actually tastes good. It doesn't taste.
Wait till you get that good wiener in your mouth tonight, buddy.
Put that meat in your mouth.
I had it last, Dustin.
That wasn't a wiener. That was a red hot. No, that was a bologna.
You know, if we get a little bit louder, I bet we can draw an audience and get more attention over here.
Well, look.
I can help y'all.
No. No.
Just
Shush.
every campsite.
Shush. Hey, all right. Speaking of macaroni and cheese,
Yes.
bologna,
Oh boy.
and the craziest thing that we saw this morning when we
I feel
woke
like I've
up.
been a
All right.
pincushion this weekend.
All right. So here,
I'm gonna
I'll-
get another beer for this one. Hold on.
I'll set the stage.
Oh man, my equilibrium is off.
Yeah. Alex almost ran into the camera and the table, which he would have knocked everything over, and the live would have been unlived. The live would have been unalived. He would have killed it.
Can't say that.
Oh, he said that.
So,
He said that.
yes, I had to leave and go grab something because when we got here yesterday, it had been raining all day, and there wasn't supposed to be any rain later in the day, but we had a bunch of storms
I feel
around
embarrassed,
us.
so I'm gonna put this.
And where I am, can't talk while I'm doing this because it's picking up all of us. I got the gain up. Shush, y'all be quiet. Quit interrupting.
I thought
Pose.
podcasts. Oh, quit interrupting.
So look, we
Mr. Interrupter.
I had to go get the canopy because I wasn't sure if it was going to rain. If it was going to rain, that was the only dry space that we could like hang out and eat. So I went and got the canopy. I was gone for an hour, came back, and they had put down like 4 or 5 alcoholic beverages a piece.
We did check the radar.
Yes, their job when I got here, we didn't set the canopy up right away. Their job was to check the radar.
Hold on. We're
And
gonna
they
demonstrate.
were not checking the
We
radar.
were. Dustin.
Let me-
I was
the
having to
proper
tell
way.
you to do it.
I will show you the proper way to check the radar. You ready?
Paul, say, hey, check the radar.
Nope, it's not raining.
And so finally, I was like, "Hey, let's just throw it up," because it started drizzling a little bit. We throw it up, but anyway, I get back. There are 4 or 5 alcoholic beverages in. I've had 0 at this point, and I come in, and I gotta get set up to cook. Cook took a while. All this and that. We start eating. We eat. I cook mac and cheese. I cook the bologna, the fried bologna, the good sandwiches, all this good stuff. We eat. We're sitting around. We clean up. We're sitting around the campfire having a good time, and Alex brings out some Zen pouches, and
Hey,
he
shout out to not Zen, but
Velo. Sorry,
Velo Plus. I talked about them, I think, on the last call with Alex and Paul. Also, if you want access to last call with Alex and Paul, head over to patreon.com/bassandbrews.
we pull up the Velo, and Alex starts peer pressuring hand job
I did
into
not.
taking one, and so he's
Well, I'll try anything twice.
he's at. Are you
Why
gonna try
no?
it tonight?
Hell no.
You'll understand why in a second. And these are 6% on these. Alex peer pressuring him, and then he turns into, if you've ever been around your buddies growing up that did marijuana for the first time or something, they start asking, "Hey, what's going to do to me? How does it feel? What am I going to?" And Alex is like,
you totally did do that.
I did go full
Yeah.
teenager on
Yeah,
that.
you did. And Alex is explaining to him that, you're going to get a little bit of a nicotine buzz. It's like, snuff or Copenhagen. It's something like that. He's like, okay, give me one. He popped one in, and he puts it in, and time goes by. He starts spitting, and it's not like anything like that.
That's
but he's
force a habit from when I used
just
to do
force
it.
a habit. He used to dip. Damn, sorry. Allergies bad out here.
Dude, he got on us, and then you just
Yeah.
coughed in the mic the whole time.
Well,
Hand
I'm sorry, I
sanitizer.
can't go anywhere. Y'all are sandwiching me, and I can't go anywhere. So anyway, he takes it out, and 45 minutes to an hour later, he stands up, and he walks. I measured it this morning. He walks 3.5 feet.
I made it that far?
Yeah,
Yes.
3.5
Oh.
feet.
3.5 feet from
really
the
tried to get
campfire
further.
from where I was sitting, and he bends over, and we hear, "Urgh." And so Alex and I,
Brightleaf, I promise.
No, and none of
well,
it
this
was
is gross, but y'all are gonna understand. This is great. So we hear, and Alex and I both, immediately light into him about doing that. And so we're just picking on him, and he's trying to talk and laugh, and second one comes.
2. We're at 2 now.
We're at 2. And so Alex and I are just relentlessly going in at him. And then a third one. And the third one got a small hook, but we got a dry heave at the end. And then he was good. He went and washed his mouth out. You know, he was done. And we picked on him about that. But this was like 45 minutes after he took it out that he. But
You can rally.
all right. So
No. We're talking, it was only 30, 45 minutes. This is after you had the Zin in your mouth. And you only had it in your mouth because, like, to recap it, he put it in and then he went, whoa, I'm feeling pretty woozy.
Well, I had never, ever tried one before. And the second I put it in, I got the burn. And then within like 5 minutes, I was a little dizzy. I was like, what did you give me?
Dude, he got dizzy, but he was like, should I be moving around? Because I'm sliding this thing around my lip all over the place.
I'm sliding it all around.
I said,
Made it
Do
worse.
I need to change sides? Because this side's kind of burning a little.
But so I told him, I said, hey, man, take it out. And he goes, no, I'm fine. I'm like, no, man, people get sick off this.
No, I said, I'm riding this dragon, dude.
He didn't. He lasted like 30 seconds after that, spit it out, which is fine.
This was 45 minutes after he got rid of it. Yeah. It was still kicking him.
I'm going to tell you what, we were sitting there having like, we were having deep conversations.
No, we weren't.
But we were having conversations.
Deep thoughts from a shallow well.
But I'm going to tell you what, every time I looked at him, this guy was getting pastier and pastier.
It was dark. It was dark.
He was glowing by the end.
Yeah.
I was translucent. I was really trying to stay in the conversation. I swear.
So, all right, this morning we wake up and we all got up around 7. Well, Dustin's staying at a different campsite. He's about 2-minute walk from us. So Carter, Alex, myself, we all get up, and Alex and I, we're kind of getting stuff ready to make some coffee. Shout out Cafe Bustela Instant Coffee.
How about shout out Alex? You just said I didn't do anything, and then you were like, Alex, help me get ready.
We didn't do anything but get up and talk and like just stare at each other until I said, do you want coffee?
It's the worst.
And then I go over there to try to cover up where Dustin had evacuated his attic. And I look over there, and amazingly, I don't know how this happened. No bread, no bologna. It's just all macaroni and cheese. And he finished the macaroni and cheese off out the pot.
He did.
And the macaroni and cheese was as whole as it was out
delicious.
of the box.
My man didn't eat the macaroni. He didn't chew it at all.
It was just straight,
literally straight
great value brand macaroni and cheese. But the funniest part of it was as white as it was before you put the powdered cheese in it.
His body absorbed all the yellow number 4 into himself.
No nutrients.
No nutrients. But also, you're not going to get nutrients. Again, we need to talk about why are you not chewing your food properly?
Yeah. I mean, he literally was just swallowing no chewing.
And then he messed up and went speakerphone with his wife. And she said, listen, this is a habit with him. Like, this happens. He doesn't
chew his food.
He doesn't. So she did authorize. We'll see what happens tonight. Probably not.
She did co-sign it.
Yeah. She co-signed that it's okay to baby bird you later. So
yes, I'm gonna chew up a chili dog and give it to and feed it to.
You're gonna spit your meat in my mouth?
To hand job adventures.
I gotta pee.
Good luck. I'm right behind you. I'm gonna like the SNL skit.
So this is your pro tip. If you're going to get sick at camp, do it in their camp, not in your own.
Yeah, that was pretty bad.
Solid move.
That was pretty bad not to go farther out. I mean, there was a whole big ass log you could have gone behind.
I tried,
and you could have put your hands on it and had a better.
No, if I'd have even remotely been over, I'd have took a header down that hill into the pond.
That would have been way better than.
I would have been face sliding in mac and cheese, or mac.
Yeah. Yeah, it went in as mac and cheese, and it came out as mac.
It was the return of the mac.
But it was good. It was great value brand mac and cheese. It was delicious.
Yo, Hold on, I'm coming. Hold on. I wish we would have got video footage and then we could have played this song.
Yeah,
Return of the Mac.
Yeah,
Great.
yeah.
It would have been great.
It would have been great, and I told y'all to be recording the whole time. All right, this is the biggest argument that we've had between last night and today. Is I'm like, y'all, we need to be recording. There's like, oh my god, what am I going to do? I got to sift through 2 hours of B-roll. I was like, this isn't B-roll. We're setting up. We're sitting around the campfire talking, picking on each other. That's not B-roll. That is content. That's main content. And they're over here arguing with me about it. And we missed so much good stuff last night because this is the first time Alex and I have met. This first time Dustin and Alex have met. This is the first time we've been all together. So it was like some reminiscing about podcast and fun stuff. We had some serious conversations. And then we had a lot of fun that we missed because these assholes wouldn't record after I did all the cooking.
Why didn't you record?
I tried to, and then did you look at him?
No, here's the thing, Paul.
Here's the thing, though. Once I puked, it was just an hour of them kicking my dick in. It wasn't anything other than that.
It was. Listen,
look, he's gone.
No, I gotta get up. I need you to get up.
Oh my god. God, it's like
y'all sandwich me. I'm like,
listen.
I really enjoyed you grabbing my leg just now.
Paul's trying to give us content creation advice from the guy that puts out one total video a year, right? And that's it. But he's like, it's really easy. Just go through 20 hours of footage.
Cool. Say what you want.
Yo, Insane Clown Posse, why you got that hatchet?
Oh, sorry. So first of all, you're an 9-year-old man, so you can't be talking. You're an Android user, so leave. So yeah.
Theme of the day.
I mean, at least people that subscribe to him actually watch his videos.
What is that?
Look, he's got his daddy's back, don't he?
Hey, what are the people that subscribe but don't watch called?
Subbots.
Subbots. Also, Paul injured himself before I got here, so he's been real limpy. Also whining the whole time about it. Like, you just power through it. He's been a baby a bulk of the time.
I mean, when you were a firefighter, did you use your foot as an excuse not to go out and fight fire?
Everybody drink twice. Oh, wait. No. It's got to be him saying it.
Yeah. What did you used to do?
Hold on. Also, I know Dustin's having fun, and he should. But we're going to go back to Dustin real quick. At one point, Dustin name dropped that he was doing a live podcast tomorrow to some other campers. But not once did he mention Maxim News. What he did mention was his own YouTube channel and got subs for his for his YouTube channel, but didn't mention us. So
it's hard to be a hero, bud. It's hard to be a hero.
He's become the groupie that is like in that movie Almost Famous, where they get a little, little goofy.
Well, here's the funny thing.
Let it go to my head. I'm hanging with celebrities.
So every time we go, there was a lot of moving parts for me to get all the stuff together for camping because Alex was driving from New Jersey.
8 hours.
8 hours. So I told him not to bring anything. Look, just bring. He got us.
Y'all making Paul do all the work.
We're also simulcasting on. And again, hold on real quick. To add to that, we're simulcasting on whose account? Like I said, the groupie, it's almost like when we had intern Dave on the show, right?
You know what gives me comfort in all this is when someone ever gets asked who's the most famous person in your phone, someone has to say me now. So I take solace in that. So
don't do that.
That's the worst.
What'd you?
The worst.
Okay, that's all you gotta say. To back up a little bit too, while I was gone, I went to the house and to get I got a couple things that I'd forgotten, and I got back. I was bringing the torch, my little blowtorch, to start the fire.
Didn't bring it.
Look, I brought everything and an extra tank of gas because the blowtorch getting a little low. Somewhere in my garage, I set it down. But anyway, I get back, and Carter, Dustin, and Alex have the fire going.
No, I was in my tent.
Yeah,
sweet.
He was in his tent. Yeah. We did it without your son.
Y'all told me last night that Carter started the fire.
Good at starting the fire. Other campers.
That's the point we're trying to make. Yeah. Is we got a fire going, and all of a sudden, tromping through the woods are two people, and they're asking, "Hey, how'd y'all get the fire started?" And Dustin's like, "Oh, we just chopped up a little bit of kindling, set it on fire with some cardboard," and he Happy tailed it over there and got their fire started for them too. I wonder how they got it going this morning.
Good luck.
Look, we have gone through 10 bundles of wood.
Maybe I should have made a YouTube short about it so all my new subscribers could have seen how to start.
Oh yeah. This is why we're talking about this too. Is like Alex said, he went over there and says, "Hey, we're going to be recording a podcast tomorrow, Bass and Brews," and he goes, "Hey, where's your cup? Where's your
code.
Oh, he's got his QR code. He's like, "Oh yeah, subscribe to my YouTube channel." He walks back over here with a big old grin on his face and goes, "I got 4 new subscribers
because of your podcast."
Yeah,
I told him that we were doing a podcast.
Jeez,
I got 4.
Hey, I name dropped the podcast.
Guess how many subscribers we got?
0.
How many are in here now from over there?
No,
At least one.
no.
0.
No, here's
with that attitude,
here's the
there
bad
won't be.
thing though is I don't blame Dustin for this. I blame Alex for not creating a QR code for us to have on our phone that we can be like subscribe to our podcast.
This has been a blame game on Paul. Paul, I thought I was taking a vacation. This has been a blame game on everything. Paul's foot hurt. It's somehow my fault. He slipped on a piece of wood for no reason and almost like pulled out his shoulder. Also, now that's Dustin's fault. Like it's been a lot.
All right, to fault blame too. We got a comment up on the screen right now. It says from Will Big Inches Lambert, the miniature redhead, the destruction of all rainbows at the end of the tunnel, the daywalker extraordinaire.
But still
If
not as
y'all-
good as Wyatt.
Burn. No cap. What is that right? Did I use no cap right?
No, you did not use it right.
No, he did.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's like cap, but you say
Like, are
true.
you lying?
You
Yeah,
say
yeah.
true.
Okay, whatever. I don't understand. But here's the deal, Big Inches, is we've been talking about this for at least 2 months on the podcast. So we've had some other people that have messaged us to
Smiley Adventures.
Smiley Adventures. We've had some people say, "Oh, no invite." We have been talking about this for at least 2 months. Alex and I started this in January, and I'm pretty sure we started talking about it into January, 1st of February. And if y'all wanted to come, we told you to just come on.
If you don't
got to
get an
find your own
invite, just show up.
campsite. Dustin wasn't invited. He invited himself. He says, "Hey, I just secured a campsite, 46, 41, and I'm going to be there." We're like, "Great, good." So we didn't have to invite anybody. Y'all just needed to say, "Hey, can we come?" or "We are coming." But there was no invitation specifically to people. It was an invitation to all,
People.
and only one person took up on it.
The groupie.
What were you going to say? Yeah, he is our groupie.
Wait, someone said we are here.
Oh, that was wet.
What were you saying?
Don't forget the rule,
Oh,
Paul.
Not a fan of that.
They were
That's
here.
weird.
Yeah, that was weird.
Yeah, that was weird.
Look, I'm here to be weird and awesome, and I'm good at both.
Get it up. You got to get it down.
We here.
Yeah, we see it.
What do you say, Carter? What are you talking about?
He's reading the chat. All right. So the trip was good. We're going to have I will say, on my drive down, the 7.5, 8-hour drive, I thought a lot about how to do a video for this, right? And I will say, one, it's awesome to finally meet Paul. It's been a long time. Dude's like my best friend.
Yeah, it's nice to meet him too, even though I've known him.
I can't find your ribs.
You set yourself up for failure by wrapping your arm around me.
What's your $200 mic?
You hold
Oh,
it.
I'm gonna
hold
kick
it.
that mic.
You can't do anything.
Kick that mic. Golly.
Daddy,
Anyways.
Daddy, it's nice
Oh my God,
meeting
your
you.
chair's in me. Your
Good.
chair's in
Good.
Nice meeting
I was going to say
him.
nice
It's
things.
nice meeting him.
Listen, I was going to say nice things. I'm over it. But I'm kind of reinvigorated. We're going to make I'm going to put a lot of effort into a video for this one. So I'm stoked about that. It's good to be here. It's been a great trip.
He's
Paul
not-
at one point went, we were talking about bringing in rods, right? And we're at his house. I was like, yo, are you going to bring any rods? And he's like, no. And I thought I heard him say, like, don't bring any, right? And I guess he said, bring some. And as we're driving, he's like, wait, nobody's bringing fishing rods when we finally meet? And all I could think of was like, that's the most on-brand thing.
And
for
the
Bass
lake-
and Brews.
the lake right over Dustin's head.
Right
That's the lake.
200 yards.
No, it's not even 200. It's probably 125.
Oh,
Not to-
everybody's got to have that guy. Who
Yeah,
like
not to
200
mention-
yards. No, actually,
No,
it's 199.
A hog is about to eat your corn again.
I'm gonna tell you what. You touched my inner thigh again.
Look,
I'm
not
gonna
only
stick
that,
Dustin on your kid.
not only that, right over Alex's
What?
left shoulder is a pond.
with a 0 fish.
No, it's got fish in it. Bobby Roastbeef caught one this time last year.
Yeah, he
He
caught.
did.
He caught the only fish that was in that pond.
Wait,
But
no,
we didn't keep it. So it's
As
still
a, as a semi-professional angler,
a PKA.
there was no fish in that pond today.
None.
You fished for 10 minutes with the wrong lure.
I'm so damn good. I need 30 seconds.
That's
If 2
hey
casts,
guys,
Listen, he has a QR code on his
Guys.
truck.
Yeah.
he's got to be good.
guys,
camper, truck, phone,
he caught a fish.
neighbors.
He caught the true fish.
I caught
The
a tree
tree-
pounder.
So, all right, look. Carter heard Dustin say, "Look, guys, I got a tree pounder." And Carter's over here trying to chop wood with a hatchet, and he bolts down there to it. And he gets over there, and Dustin's got a big old limb he's trying to get out. And he gets down there, and we couldn't see Carter because his back to us. But Alex goes, this disappointment on Carter's face when he's down there right
Epic.
now.
Dude,
And then he
epic.
walks back and goes, he caught a tree.
He walked back a lot slower than he went.
Yes, he
He really did. It was so funny.
He's like, "Let me see it." And I
It
pulled the
was so
tree up.
funny.
But Dustin also almost caught an inline spinner to the face when it came off. He had to
It
dodge.
came in quick. It came in. That thing was coming in hot. Yeah, that was funny as shit. But it's been an awesome trip. It's been great, other than Paul whining.
Oh, we got Wolf.
Will.
I tried. Y'all, I recorded this, and so I'll give it to Alex.
I'll
But
hold
he showed up. And I saw him, and I pretended like I didn't because I got 2 cars in the parking lot, and I saw him park, and it showed up as a Subaru. I was like, "Oh, that's Alex." So I ran over there and got it going, and I waited him to come in the frame, and then I picked him up and spun him around like we were on Dirty Dancing.
It was. I can't wait to see the footage. It was definitely he gave me, but he tried. He
He
tried.
put baby in the corner.
Dude, he was squeezing so hard. Joke's on him.
His phone, he's using the Android.
Joke's on him is that
And
I
it's
blew up a
working
toilet
flawlessly.
at least like an hour before I showed up.
It
So
might
there's
be.
no way that you were going to get a fart out of me. I was trying to lock up the knot.
I squeezed hard. I didn't want to break a rib
Oh, he was close.
because I already had the gimp limp with my hurt foot, and I didn't need 2 of us out here trying to set up injured. And then not only that, it had rained again. As I said earlier, it had rained
Oh my
all
God.
day. Well, if you come to Jordan Lake, the little campsites are partitioned off by their
Class.
by like 6x6s.
Yeah,
And-
landscaping timbers or something.
And I got my hammock set up. I got Carter's tent set up. We pretty much had everything unloaded. I'm going back to the truck to get something, and my left foot, my hurt foot, hits the 6x6 that's slick as hell. I didn't mean to step on. I wasn't paying attention. And when it happened, I caught myself. I didn't fall. If I would have fell, it might have been a bad thing. But I caught myself, and then my right shoulder blade gets a little ting in it.
Only person I know stumps his toe and dislocates his shoulder.
No, he literally stubbed his toe. No, you're absolutely
I
right.
didn't stub it. I slipped.
It
My
was
toe
the
never
full
hit.
old man thing.
How many people were
His
watching?
leg kicked up, and then all of a sudden he was like, "Oh, my shoulder hurts." And then we had to hear about it all night about
Wait, how do you
my
know?
shoulder hurts because it flipped up.
Okay.
Like it was, dude, it was absolutely hilarious. Here, you want to run this? Actually, you want to run the chat?
Oh yeah.
You want to run the chat? Here, come get a chair over here. Bring your chair over here. Run the chat.
Carter. So Carter's on the chat. So if you want to chat with Carter, did we fish? No, Ramon.
Here we go.
We didn't bring a single lure or rod and reel. Not at all.
You know what to do?
I brought a boat.
With nothing on it. When he
Nothing.
shows up with he's got a trailer, so he's not sleeping in a tent. And he's got his Hobie on top of it. He goes, "Guys, I brought the Hobie, but if you look at, there's absolutely nothing in it."
I
Nothing.
just didn't feel like unloading it.
Well, the back of my truck was absolutely slam full with camping gear because, again, Alex didn't bring anything.
Hold on. Who put the camping gear in the back of the truck?
We
Because
both
you're
did.
Well, to be fair, you did.
To
tell
be
him it was-
fair.
To be
was-
fair.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you what. Everybody gives us crap about wireland firefighters and coasties.
You're quitting
Drink.
already?
No. I wanna.
Dustin has said, to be fair,
Oh God.
Way too many times.
not only that, but he's also said, listen. Also,
Hold on, time out. This is why Carter wanted that.
I know, I saw that. Go ahead, put it up there. Go ahead, put it up there. Post that one to the Carter took over chat just to spam his chat. Solid move.
That's a real G move.
Yeah, smart.
That's a G move. I
Tap
like
it up.
That's a G move.
It is. Always, whenever you get the chance, always promote yourself. Like now, subscribe to Kent with Carter on YouTube.
If y'all do
Yo,
subscribe,
It's like mini Ramon outdoors over here.
G-Bo in the chat.
I know. Mini Ramon
if y'all
outdoors.
do subscribe, I hope you like. What's the biggest thing you're posting out? Is it monkey gorilla tag
Gorilla
or
tag.
gorilla tag? If you like gorilla tag content, or if your kids like gorilla tag content, he makes safer kids content on gorilla tag with his VR.
But
He's really
Ramon
good at
let
it.
him have it. He said, I subscribed a while back. Needs to put out more content.
More content.
Boom.
You got somebody telling you to put out more content.
I'm working.
Okay.
Listen, you got to stop doing homework.
Oh.
Listen to your parents.
Oh, we got Trina. Trina hug. Dustin hug. This is
better half.
Mrs. Hand Job Adventures.
Oh, I got some stuff.
This is
OG
Mrs.
hand
Hand
job.
Job.
The OG.
The OG hand job.
Can I get brownie pieces?
Yes.
Hey.
I'm gonna pay for that one later.
Hey, Trina, just so you know, we changed his name to Gummy Bear. Or no, what is it? Cuddly Bear.
Cuddly Bear.
Gummy?
No,
No,
Cuddly
Cuddly
Bear.
Bear.
Cuddly bear?
Yeah, it's not Huggy Bear. He's trying to cuddle.
Yeah, he wants some cuddles. Look, Alex has a 2-person tent, so they might be up in there tonight. I'm in a hammock, and it's a 1-person hammock.
Dude, we had
so
such a good idea when
She's
you
right
left.
though. She did tell me to bring stuff.
She did.
Yeah. She's like, "Are you sure you don't want to take your fishing stuff?" I was like, "Nah, I ain't gonna fool with it."
I brought so little. Amanda was like, "Really? That's all you're bringing?" Like, I brought 2 rods.
Wait. Finish, and then I've got
thanks.
a question of Mandy.
Can you stop
Stop interrupting.
Just
Thank you.
continue.
Dude, it's even worse in person. Like, it's all the time.
So bad.
Anyways, I brought 2 rods and a side. What are those things called? The Yak Attack side. You know what I'm talking about?
No.
The side things. Side pack.
Fake news to me.
Side pack full of gear, and that was it. And Amanda was like, "Yo, that's like not a lot. Are you sure you don't need to bring more?" And I was like, "Listen, I don't know if we're actually gonna fish. Like, I'm bringing this as if somebody, like, if some kind of state police on my way down here goes like, hey, where are you traveling to? I can be like, oh, I'm going to do a fishing podcast.
It's not TSA. They're not.
You never know. I'm in the South.
You're
never
not
know.
going into California.
Dude, have you ever seen the movie?
Hey, boy.
What was it called? Big Trouble with Dan Aykroyd.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, that's not Big Trouble in Little
What's it
China.
called? No. What's it called though? It's the one with Dan Aykroyd, Chevy Chase, right? Chevy Chase is driving with Demi Moore. That's his girlfriend. They get pulled over in the South, and then they have to go to this crazy judge, and that's Dan Aykroyd.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And it was like a crazy house, and they're all like crazy monsters.
Trina will tell you the name of it because she.
Trina, make it happen. Make it happen.
She knows the name. I can't remember the name.
Listen,
of it,
the 2 nights before I came down here, I had a dream that happened. That I was
Hey,
driving
boy.
down here.
Don't beat the table. We can hear it.
but, hey, boy.
Right. That's what it was. So I was like, listen, I gotta
burning
pack something.
lips.
I gotta pack
Where
something
you
to
heading,
prove.
son?
I gotta pack that I'm I gotta prove that I'm doing a fishing podcast down here. And that's
So, all right, this is the problem I have with this story Alex just told. Mandy looks at him and goes, hey, you sure you don't want to take this, this, and this? And this motherfucker still, I'm sorry. I'm so mad. I'm sorry. Earmuffs. This guy still came down here and left the pork roll.
the pork roll. All right.
Left the pork roll.
The pork roll. All right. I was supposed to bring pork roll, fresh Italian bread,
Fresh Italian bread.
2 packs of tasty cakes, right? The New Jersey staples. The only thing missing would have been like fresh tomatoes, right?
I've got fresh tomatoes.
I know, but it's like Jersey. They think that their tomatoes are the best. I'm not saying they are.
It's from New Jersey. They ain't got no fresh tomatoes
Yes,
in
they do.
March.
Oh yeah, they do. Oh, not in March. Correct.
It's
Not in March.
excuse me. It's April.
I agree. We don't have fresh tomatoes, but normally, like if you're gonna visit somebody like in summer, you're gonna bring fresh tomatoes, all this stuff, right?
So you propagated a stereotype coming down here.
What do you mean?
Yeah, a forgetfulness.
Yeah.
If you have somebody from the Northeast coming down to visit you and they're supposed to be bringing shit, they're not going to bring it. They're going to forget.
Well, just so you know, because that person had to wake up early to make the whole drive. Why these guys were?
I woke up. No, I woke up before you. because I was supposed to take my wife
But
and daughter to the airport.
Back to sleep.
I did not go back to sleep. I woke up at 4 o'clock and did not go back to sleep.
I woke up at 4 o'clock, so you didn't wake
I'm
up
having
at 4.
flashbacks from my childhood and my parents.
It's been, listen, it's been the same, but I want to make sure it's clear in the Discord, the Bass and Brews Discord. If you want access to that, hit me up on bassandbrews@gmail.com or all the socials. We've got like almost 40 plus members. Things are going well, but everybody bet that it was going to take an hour from Paul and I meeting to where we were just going to cancel the show. Show's still going. We are Bass and Brews strong.
We're live.
We're live.
On site.
I'm so glad I could be the glue in that plywood.
Yeah, you didn't glue anything together, especially the mac and cheese. That was not glued together. That was individually.
I built the fire for you and all the college kids.
To be
No
clear,
bourbon.
Dave,
No
no
bourbon.
bourbon. But I did bring the Zin, and I can't imagine if there's bourbon. That'd be quite the mess.
Well, no, I asked Alex. So we had to make a grocery store run when Alex got here.
Yeah.
We needed a couple of things. The good thing is Brightleaf gave us all these Brightleaf foods we talked about earlier. So we didn't have a lot to buy, but we had to buy a few little things to get us here. And this reminds me, I almost forgot. So, all right, I tell Alex, I was like, hey man, we're gonna go to Walmart. I gotta grab some stuff for work, and then we'll grab a couple other things, food and stuff I need to get. And we walk into Walmart and we go in through We go
It's
in.
not you. I was waggling a Zen.
We go in through the outdoor section, and we walk in. And Alex has a cart, and I have a cart because we're getting food, but we're also getting some work stuff. So I needed two carts because I had to separate them out.
Keep going. Don't read that. Keep going.
Yeah, that's true. All right, so we get to Walmart, and we are in Walmart 10 seconds, and Alex is behind me with the cart and goes, "Holy shit, your Walmart, this is the biggest Walmart I've ever been in."
Yo.
And I'm like, what? Every Walmart down here looks exactly like this. What are you talking about?
We've got Costco's. That I could have fit 2 to 3 Costco's in the size of this Walmart. And I'm texting Amanda. I'm like, yo, this is huge. And she's like, what? Like shocked. And as we're going through, and I was like, yo, people actually grocery shop here. Because in New Jersey, where I'm at, I know some people do, and it's whatever you want to do. I'm not. But most of the part in like South Jersey where I'm at, like it's just packaged goods, right? It's not like produce, fresh fruit. Or if they do, it's like one bit. It's like 4 potatoes and a pack of instant mashed potatoes. That's your produce section, right? This was legit, and it was massive. Like the lawn and care center that we went into is like half, actually almost the full size of a Walmart. It was absolutely insane. As tiny people do. Listen, we don't need a lot. We just need, but yeah, it was absolutely amazing how big that was. I was in like awe. And I've been to some Walmarts before. Like actually like shopping. Yes. Actually shopping in a Walmart. That was the biggest one I've ever been in. It was utterly insane.
Alex, we got everything we needed. And I sent Alex to go back. The one thing we passed the cheese aisle, and I sent him back. I said, hey, I talked to him like I would my 10-year-old. It's like, hey, go grab the cheese that's right down. Just go straight. It's right down there on the left. We need just the Great Value brand cheese. And I said, I will be right here when you get back.
Yeah. I didn't want
to even get lost because we were done. We need to go check out. I was getting some cookies and stuff.
But also that was like a culture shock because I know Ramon's in here, right? Like
gosh, guys,
you go to the deli. You like go to the deli to get your meat and cheeses, right? And whether that's like a local grocery store, you go to the deli in there, or you go to like a separate whole store for it, right? And I started walking. I was like, I guess I'm going to go to Walmart deli. But then he said packaged cheese. Since I've been home, I have not had packaged cheese in forever. Like I've not had it once since I've been home. And it was like, get me like, where do I go? Where's my little Italian dude named like Antoine to go?
There's no Giuseppe's at Walmart.
There's no
Giuseppe's.
Shout out to Giuseppe's at Antelio's in Egg Harbor City. Best deli.
Yep, it'd have been great. Probably that's where you got your pork roll from.
Listen, I'm not bougie. Listen, Ramon, I'm not bougie. All right, that's just how it is. You lived in New Jersey. You know we have a deli culture. right? These guys have a Walmart culture, I found out. Which is
Alex, so our Walmart had pickled quail eggs.
amazing. Hold on. Pickled quail eggs. Okay.
We killed the jar. The jar's dead. I think there's one egg left.
Okay, one, and this is going to be more picking on of Dustin. Dustin definitely scoffed at it
Yeah.
when Paul brought it out. He's like, we're going to do quail eggs. And Paul was looking at me, and I thought, like, how I saw Paul's face, I think he thought that I was going to be like, ew. But I was like, let's do it. But Dustin's face was like,
When it comes to certain pickled products, I am not the most proud Southerner on the planet.
listen, they were delicious with the jalapeno.
But the eggs were good. The quail eggs were good.
So good. So good. And I think that's a lot better because in the South Jersey grocery stores, they're selling quail eggs now. But I think it's just for hipsters to make like tiny omelets. And I'm
But
tired of seeing
You
that.
can't make an
putting them-
omelet
or
with a
putting their
pickled
IPA.
quail eggs. They're already cooked.
No. They sell just the quail eggs. Like you can get a 24 rack of quail eggs. And I've always wondered, like, what are you going to do with them? Well, now I know you pickle them, which would be amazing because it was actually really good. Anybody who knows me knows I love anything pickled. And I thought it was awesome for me that when Paul said it, where I had no reaction other than excited because I'm going to fuck those quail eggs up.
So
I had it with breakfast. I had them last night. Paul got mad at me because I didn't hand sanitize.
dude, he's reaching his grimy hands into the jar before he
We're
didn't
not
even
even going to
sanitize
talk
his
about hand
hands.
sanitizing.
Yes, we are.
Because the only reason he went to Walmart was to get the shit for his foot scrub. And if Alex didn't puke because of that,
It wasn't a scrub. I already had the stuff. So I got the gimp limp because I hurt my foot Wednesday at work, and I've been limping around so bad. When we went to the Walmart, I look. Sometimes when they run out of the motorized carts and the big people have to get the regular cart, push them around, and they got a limp with a drag. That's what I look like. I was leaning on the cart for support.
he was walking in circles around
So
the camp.
when I got to camp, and I had been up for I was limping around camp all afternoon. But when it was time to cook, I cooked for like an hour and a half to get everything done.
But he
and
blamed his shoulder.
My shoulder did hurt. I didn't blame my shoulder. It was just an additional hurt. So I'm doing all this, and at the end of the night, my foot, I can feel my heartbeat in my foot. And so I throw some Epsom salts in there, I throw some ice, and I throw some water. Oh, that's when I asked you what the hell I did with all that water in the water jug I brought.
Yeah, it was
I
in your
poured
foot
it in the
bath.
foot bath. So I poured ice, Epsom salts in there, and I had to soak my foot for like an hour.
Bro, so gross.
And Alex apparently doesn't like feet, and I did not know this until I lifted my foot out of the water and rubbed it on his leg.
Dude, it was the grossest thing. He put these
It was
giant,
no Britney Spears feet. That's for sure.
he put
Can I
these
show you something?
Hold on, shh.
He put these big Britney Spears, or no, he put these big this big gout-infested talon feet onto my leg. And it was like crunchy from the salt. I'm not a fan. And it got to it where he did it like 5 times. And I was like, listen, Bo, stop touching me. One, hold on, give me your flip-flop. Give me a flip-flop.
Hey,
Don't
Dude,
look at
he's wearing the weirdest flip-flops right now.
No,
They're-
those are the best.
Those are worse. We lost all our viewers. Look, these are like the worst. There's no
Gotta
soul
put
to
it at the
them.
camera up there.
they're minimalist flip flops. They're great. Here, smell them.
Stop. I don't like feet. It's gross. It's been a good time. Carter, what do you want to talk about before you hit somebody with that hatchet?
Yeah. Quit waving that hatchet
Hold
around
on, we
behind
already
our
see
head.
your head. Hey, real quick,
Don't hit the $200
real quick,
headphones.
Carter.
No, don't say that. My wife might see this.
I don't care. Carter took an injury to the face. He was trying to chop wood, and it knocked him in the noggin. But now he's got a sweet bump, and the chicks are gonna love it.
So
Yo, are you okay?
Let me show you what.
Where are you
Alex-
going? They can't see you.
So this is what Alex
Oh.
did to hit to.
Oh.
Oh,
I thought we were going to talk about his head, and now he's talking about his
You
hatchet.
was about to sell it.
That camera's coming
careful,
off
careful,
there.
careful, careful.
Just okay. That's
Hold on,
enough.
I'll show it. I'll show it. Let me see it. Let me see it. Look, you got to move back a little bit. All right, here's the thing. Brought these hatchets, right?
Yeah, it's his hatch, and then
Super high
that guy
quality.
decided to chop it.
All right, so here's the thing. My idea was that I was going to chop it off to this little nubbin and then watch him try to cut kindling. be Mr. Cool Firestarter that stole all of our clout, and that was the idea. And I'm going to tell you what. I'm going to tell you what. Paul is such a good friend. He goes, stop. He gave me dad voice. He's like, you need to stop now.
He was gonna cut up my $10 hatchet.
Dude, Paul was like, I was like, it's funny. And he goes, it's funny, but you're just destroying stuff. That's not yours unless you pay for a new one.
To be fair, there I go again. That's property of the people I work for anyways, because they pay
All right,
for it.
you need to quit swinging this thing. Put the hatchet away.
All right, I'll put it in the tree.
Oh my God, he missed.
How do you miss a 4-foot wide tree?
I got it. Nope, I nailed the tree.
No, he
just joking.
Not even.
I nailed it.
Don't run with that hatchet.
Run with it.
The tree's like 3 feet wide. How did you miss?
I hit the tree I
No.
saw.
Put it back.
Both of them?
There's 3 different
There's
trees.
2 trees.
I love that you guys are now seeing, because I haven't seen this before. Like, Paul is always like the chaos agent on the show, but now I get to see Papa Paul, where he's got to
manage my
dad
child.
voice.
he's
Give
pulled
bass in
dad
his
voice.
voice.
It's the best. It's puts a little bass into it.
We're gonna need more wood because we got 3 pieces left. It's only
Dustin
6
and
o'clock.
Where are we gonna get more wood?
The gas station. The
Who's going to
refuel.
Carter? Can you take the truck to the
here's
gas
my keys.
station?
Okay.
All right, you're gonna
I
take
don't
the
need
trailer.
your key. All right, can I have your key?
No, take his so he can get more QR codes.
Yeah.
No, he can't because he's like Alex. He can't reach the pedals.
Man, that's hard.
Damn, I'm telling you. All right, maybe I am quitting the show. oh, it's gonna come up in the video, but we didn't get it on video, so it was real funny.
Imagine that. Y'all weren't recording when I told y'all to record.
I'm not gonna record 20 hours and have to sift
Bro,
through it.
that's literally how you make a video. You record 50,000 years of it, and then you edit.
Ramon said you don't put it out enough content, so I don't know what you're talking about.
Who are you talking?
I made it.
Don't you have a branch to go hit in the
You
forehead?
need to shut up.
Listen,
Isn't there a lamb
listen,
over there you can hit yourself with?
we're like sitting around.
Bro, that's the Android users.
We're sitting around. We're chit chatting, and Carter asks. He's shitting on Dustin, which is great.
What?
Which
Right.
is 2 days in a row.
Right, it's amazing. But
Oh,
then,
yeah, I'm
but then he looks at me and he goes, "I don't even know why you're here,
Yes, he does. He does.
dude."
I don't even know why you're here.
And I was like, "What do you mean? What?" He goes, I asked him, I was like, "Why do you think I'm here?" And he goes, "I don't know. This guy maybe asked you to show up." And I was like, "I'm the founder of this podcast." And he goes, "Nah, my dad is." And I was like, "What?" Paul finally had to admit that I was, but
I didn't finally. I admitted it
you
right
admit
away.
Right away, but it was hilarious when Carter went like, "I don't understand what you're doing here." It was the literal best because he definitely gave me a weird look. We had to pick him up from school yesterday, right?
I told Alex to stay in the truck. I'm like, dude, we can't both go in there because they might have questions.
Yeah, that would have been so. Like we skip in, holding hands, 2 dads, but
2 dads, 1 cup.
But when he shows up into the car, Paul's, "Oh, it's Alex. You know him, right?" And Carter, like,
Nope.
no lie, goes, "Nope, never seen him." And I'm like, "Are you
Dude, you've been on the
kidding me?"
podcast at least 100 times
I never knew
waving.
that was Alex.
He was like, Paul goes, "You waved to him like 100 times," and he's just like, "Oh, maybe."
What
Like,
is
had
Gen
no
X?
idea.
You
What
have
the
gotten
heck is Gen
proper
X?
snubbed.
I know, right?
No, what is Gen X?
What?
That's not even a generation. So
Okay,
just a
okay. Now you're just shush.
No, I don't know.
No,
what Gen X is.
you're just saying stuff that makes no sense. That doesn't
Dad
add quality
voice.
content to the content.
Dad voice.
Dead voice. Little bass.
Little bass. Little bass. Hey,
I'm a bear. Rawr.
Rawr. Hey, slower, Laura. I was thinking about you. I was driving through. I took the Delaware Memorial Bridge to get here, right? And when I stopped in, if you've gone through like the Ben Franklin Bridge or the Walt Whitman, right? Those toll workers are legitimately the worst toll workers. They hate life in general. I went over the Delaware Memorial to get here, and I get to that toll worker. Mind you, I haven't driven a long distance in a hot minute, right? And I go, "Hey, how much is the toll?" And this lady's like $6. And I was like, "Excuse me?" Because it's kind of loud. You know what I mean? And I'm like half asleep. And she goes, $6. I know, real pain in the dick, right? And I was like, and it was like a 19-year-old girl. And I was like, "You're right. It is a pain in the dick." But yeah, $6 get over. But I thought of you. I was like, man, Delaware is nice. They're just nice people. They just know what's going on.
Yeah, they know what's up.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot cheaper than the bridge to get over to Cape Charles in Virginia.
Yeah,
They got the tunnels that go under the ocean.
yeah.
$40
It's
each
a
way.
lot. Yeah, it's a lot.
Each way.
I took the Bay Bridge to come over. I skipped all of nothing better than a over 40-year-old podcast where we talk about traffic. But it was to avoid Baltimore. On it though, I told Amanda, I was talking to her on the phone with her, and I was like, yo, I gotta get off this. She's like, what's up? And I was like, about ready to do Bay Bridge. And she's like, that's fine. I'm like, listen, last time one of these states had a bridge, that thing fell down. I'm trying to pay attention.
I need to know if I got to put this bitch in reverse.
Hey, did you have to go through the tunnel?
No, I did the Bay. I did the. That's what he was talking about. The tunnel. The tunnel is crazy, especially when you hit like rush hour, because it's like you're stopped underneath that tunnel.
What's wild? You're going through the tunnels, right? And there's a freight ship the size of a skyscraper going over top of you, and you're like, that just don't feel right.
They got windows in the tunnel?
No, you see it before you go in. And you see that this big freighter's fixing to go right over where you're going to be underwater.
Dude, last time
it's floating. It ain't sinking.
That's a lot of pressure.
You don't know, man. Did you not see the last time they did something around that area with the bridge? That boat sank.
Because it hit the bridge.
If a boat sinks over that tunnel, I'm never going back.
So I did it once with Amanda. And do you guys remember the movie Daylight with Sylvester Stallone?
Mm-mm.
He was like
where they get stuck in the tunnel like a truck catches on fire.
Yeah, it was like NYPD cop stuck in the George Washington tunnel. He gets stuck, right? And I'm driving underneath that Bay Bridge tunnel, right? Not the bridge, but the tunnel.
Froze.
And no, it didn't freeze. Anyways, I remember mentioning to Amanda, we're in like stop and go traffic, right? This guy was complaining about interruption.
I know.
See what I'm saying?
I haven't said a word.
I know, but you've done enough.
I was going to nibble on your earlobe, but it's missing.
It's missing.
This dude's earlobe on the left side, his right side's missing. The earlobe on his left side looks like an elephant toe.
I make up for it on this one.
I'm glad you brought it up. I wanted to say something, but I wanted to be respectful.
Oh, you should have said something.
Carter, what do his ears look like?
Huh?
What do his ears look like?
I forgot.
Elephantitis?
A little elf.
Oh yeah.
A big elf.
A big
Yeah,
elf.
A big elf.
Me a big elf.
Well, tallest midget in the game.
I'm over it now. I'm done. I'm going home. Calling an Uber.
Hey, so far up to this point, Dustin, what's been your favorite part of our camping trip?
Oh man, trying Zen for the first time.
I like
That
how
was pretty fucking stellar.
Hold on, and you guys can't see it, but Paul took out. No, I'm gonna say Paul put out a. Would you stop?
How much have you had to drink, lovey-dovey?
I'm just. This is. If we were recording this podcast in person, this is how I'd be. I'm touchy.
This is why
I'll get corn.
I don't like it. This is why we're never doing this
This is why
again.
I put a lock on my camper.
Yeah,
This is 3 a.m.
that's good. Is the lock on the outside or the inside? Because after what you said earlier today, I thought maybe
probably put it on there.
Alex, what's your favorite part of this camping trip so far?
My favorite part of this trip, and it's weird that it would be this,
Dustin
right?
throwing up.
It's not Dustin throwing up. What's funny is it's going to be a future event.
Oh,
My favorite part of this podcast is when I get in my car and I go to New Jersey. It's my favorite part.
nice.
I like.
No, I'm just joking. Hey, so my favorite part is finally meeting Paul. It's been absolutely amazing. I've known him we're at 4 years now, right? Oh yeah. So
today
is the 4-year anniversary actually of the Bass and Brews podcast. So it's awesome to do all this. Finally meet Paul, because I think I talked about it before. I don't give a shit. I'll talk about it again. Like, Paul has literally become
grammar Nazi.
one of my best friends, right? Because I'm not one of those people who I only have one best friend. That's like some real childhood shit. Stop that. If you're an adult, you can have multiple best friends. But he's literally he was the guy that when I first found out I was going to be deployed, I told my family, but outside of my family, Paul was the first guy I told, right? And then, would you stop being weird? He was, when I was deployed, there was a lot of people that still spoke to me, right? But there was a lot who didn't. But Paul was always kind of the constant, almost daily. Paul texted me.
How do I release the podcast?
Yeah,
Like,
well, I mean,
that's what
he says that for jokes. That did definitely happen, but it would be like, hey, how you doing? I know this shit sucks. Like, he would send stuff like that. And that's like, that's a true friend, right? So I finally get to meet him, get to put a face to the big body. It's amazing. It's been awesome. And it's also been great meeting
I thought
Dustin.
the conversation last night was actually was a good.
Which one?
All of them.
I don't remember.
Right up until
You yacked it. But meeting Dustin has been great too. I feel like this guy, thankfully we have Paul here, because I do think me and you together is probably that's a bad situation.
Well, not only that, we would
Dad
not be
here.
recording if it wasn't for.
Yeah, we would. We record on a like a Nokia phone, and it would be off to the side.
no, we record on a proper phone, an Android.
An Android, right? No, but I mean, like, we would
That's
record.
called bringing it back around.
Y'all would be
Oh,
recording a podcast.
So
No.
you're an Android user?
We would be doing a Bates and Bourbon episode if it wasn't for Paul. Shout out to anybody who remembers those.
Yeah, and somebody would have probably fallen in the fire.
Probably.
Paul, what was your favorite time?
Oh, yeah.
What was your highlight?
I got to go with Alex. Is just getting to meet Alex for the first time ever. That was the favorite part of the weekend.
See,
Hog eat
I'm not
corn.
going
Hog eat corn.
to hog eat corn you.
No,
weird.
you can't,
Go
because
ahead,
I'm going to
keep
hog eat
talking.
corn you.
Keep talking.
No, it's meeting Alex. This is the reason we set it up.
Damn it, I couldn't even do it. Damn it.
I'm putting rainbow stickers on y'all's truck.
It really was meeting Alex. I mean, when he first said this, and the first time I ever heard this was on a podcast.
Yeah.
And he said it, and I thought he was like farting around.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's like, "No, for real, I'm coming." And we ended up coming up on a weekend when we decided it. And the weekend was Easter. And Alex goes,
Yeah,
"Oh,
that ain't
shit,
gonna
that's Easter. That's not going to work." I was like, "Yeah, it's not going to work for me either."
Listen, for the Polish in New Jersey, Easter is like spring Christmas. There's no way that was going to work.
So we
Perfect.
we started planning it,
Like
and then we came up on this weekend. And what's interesting how shit works out sometimes is this weekend in my calendar had nothing on it. That's why I chose it. That's why it worked out. Well, come to find out, my daughter Audrey, congratulations, Audrey. She made regionals.
Let's go,
in
Audrey.
gymnastics. And so her and my wife Sarah had to fly down to Tampa yesterday morning. And then also this ended up, quit slamming the cans down. They can hear it.
Let me have.
So I loved it. It was good. So the other part was is the alumni weekend for football, and I'm missing that, but it's worth it. It's worth it.
Yeah, we're gonna miss the weekend where we get to see the football players practice.
Alex, you weren't supposed to tell
You're
him.
not missing. the
You
lot.
said it.
You stop.
Hold
You
on.
Stop.
Wait, so we won't get to see it?
No,
We're camping.
it's happening right now, bud.
Oh no!
Yeah, but you get to see a football player
Mommy
right
said
here.
Mommy said something about
Wink, wink.
if Audrey makes something, then we don't get to go to something.
Sounds like
Okay,
some negotiating going on here.
It does. It's
So
we got-
Speaking of
I gotta
negotiations,
get her kicked out of regional.
no, she's doing good. Look, here's the other thing. Carter,
Do it, Carter.
Carter, they were betting Carter to do stuff. Carter, I bet you won't jump in the water, this and that. And they thought they were going to get away with saying, "I'll give you $1 or $5." And Carter right away says $1,000. So all the dares for Carter were too expensive for these
Way
two
too
guys.
much. Way too much.
Although it probably would have been worth it to see him to go ear deep in that.
I mean, with his Android, bro, that's
Yo,
like the cheapest phone you can find on eBay.
Cheapest phone, he knew he wasn't getting
Yo,
nobody from
he's
Dustin.
the best. Listen, Carter at this point is looking for an Apple sponsorship. If we can get snaps in the chat for Carter
Do we know somebody at Apple?
getting an Apple sponsorship. Listen, go to Apple. I thought you were gonna do the fucking hog thing again. Like my butthole clenched. I was like, but yeah, if we get discount code Android Boy for Carter, that'd be
Yeah,
great.
Android boy.
Yeah.
I think Carter's too toxic for even Apple. I don't think they want to mess with him. He's
I
too-
think so.
You're
A
just
funny
mad
story.
that you're getting roasted by a 10-year-old.
There's no
Paul.
win.
Paul, we've talked about this before, where there's this one time my youngest daughter, 10 years old, Amelia, right? She said something and she was like, well, what happens when you and Paul get so old you can't do the podcast? And I was like, well, what do you mean? She goes, well, I mean, I'm gonna do it. Does he have any kids? And I go, well,
Yeah,
yeah.
I remember this.
I was like, yeah, he's got a daughter and a son, right? And she was like, well, which one am I going to do it with? I was like, well, his son's about a year older than you, and his daughter is about a year older than Laura. And she goes, it'll probably be the son then, but is that going to be okay? And I went, yeah. So now that I've actually met Carter, Bass and Brews for the next 200 years. Because what's going to happen, we're going to get old, and then Amelia and Carter are going to take over, and they're going to shit talk just like we did.
Yeah, I'm on the verge of finding Can't Look Carter on YouTube. And like, man, this is great. Unsubscribe.
Unsubscribe. Oh, you better. You might have one less subscriber.
Yo, we got a clip.
The person that subs, Bob,
dude, we got a clip, and it was the funniest thing where Carter goes, "Listen, you only got 1,000 subscribers and like 10 views. Like he absolutely YouTube bros." So he gave me too much credit though. He really did. Is this forever? I can't hit these buttons right. Audio listeners, sorry, I can't. Pause.
What happened?
I don't know. I don't know how to work your.
What happened? What are you trying to do?
Show the text.
Which one?
Oh my God. Anyways,
this one
for Dirty. Slower Lower said. Ramon said "Forever Feral Part 2." That'll be it, man. And then Slower Lower said, "Can't wait for the Dirty Old Men B and Blue episodes." Listen, that's when we finally go to or. So me and him can go to the old man version. You know, like in golf, they go to the, what do they call that? The Champions League?
The senior tour?
The senior tour, right? Me and him go to the senior tour. And then I think Carter, you guys ever...
I think you should do one episode now with just them, and let's see how it goes.
What happens if, Paul, we do an episode?
You be behind the camera.
Oh, no, hold on. We do it just like we normally do it, right? We do StreamYard because that's how me and Paul started, right? And we do that, but then we have them interview. We do 2 episodes. We have Amelia and Carter interview Paul, and then Amelia and Carter interview me, and we use that as an offshoot to see how that goes.
Who are these old people on our podcast?
Alex, we can barely do one episode a week. How are we going to facilitate another episode?
Yeah, but we're trying to set up for the future to where we don't have to do it. We can just
let's give them 4 or 5 more years before we start
because they don't have to like fishing. Obviously, I've seen this center console go around this bend at least 4 times.
He keeps driving. That's the ones that don't have a tent set up.
They don't have a tent set up.
They have an easy up and a boat. And there's like 5 of them. So.
Yeah. And also, like, they haven't dropped that boat. They've literally done the run of this. I mentioned, so when I first got here, Paul was like, he literally threw me a bag with a tent and threw me another bag with poles. And he said, hey, build this. And I went, brother, it's been since I was 8 years old since I camped. And he went, okay. And then he left me. And he somehow
I didn't leave. I was
he
10 yards away.
He prioritized setting up his kid's tent, which I think is ridiculous.
Rude.
All kids get to have the first best class.
No, listen, you guys want to be equal. This is how it's gonna work, right? So I'm trying to like fumble this. Shout out Dustin. Justin is my brother-in-law. That's why I keep messing it up.
I can be your hero, baby.
Now I'm drunk. And side note, do you ever go by Dusty?
I've heard it all.
Can I call you Dusty with an I?
Absolutely.
Has anybody ever called you non-chewer?
I think it's going to start.
Trina did.
Yeah.
She put it in chat. She
also
said,
calls me a mouth breather too. So.
I can confirm. I heard him snoring on the other side of the campsite. But I am
That's
loving.
That's fair though. That's not even a joke.
I am loving.
It ain't jokes.
I gotta get you a Snorex mouthpiece like I wear.
I am loving the. It's like living in a small neighborhood, right? I'm loving the campsite. T, the T coming around like that guy's been around here 3 times. I've never seen him drop his boat once. Who's this coming in over here?
We are the nosy neighbors watching people drive around.
To be fair,
To be fair,
we were
Sorry,
the
look at the
only people within 6 campsites of the next closest person until about 3 o'clock this afternoon. And then we got 3 new neighbors.
which I'm glad okay, so one, it's weird because we have this table set up, right? If you guys looked at some of the other stuff,
And
like
masks.
yeah, we're sitting on here with luchador masks to sign up for this. Very weird. Stop rubbing like my leg. Get your foot off of it. Don't like feet. And but thankfully we're there because what happened at one point is, so Hand Job obviously does content. We're doing it too. So I think we all made
I'm sandwiched in so bad I can't even get out of the chair.
we all made a real
Hi
effort.
guys, it's me, Paul.
I'm still
Jr.
talking. Young man, I am still talking. I am the founder of this podcast, young man.
Rude.
So we're all making a real choice to record a lot of content, right? So at one point, Paul's trying to set up. I've got a drone in the air. Dustin's recording stuff off to the side. I was like, man, if anybody
He's doing
saw
nothing.
this, it's just like 4 over 40-year-old or 3 over 40-year-olds just trying to like
on the outside looking in.
You mean
weird because the whole time too you're like, man, you can make that shot, you can get. I'm like, oh, that's gonna look so good, oh, this is gonna be great. Paul's like, I can't get the right Wi-Fi.
You mean 1 40-year-old and 2 1,000-year-olds?
That's
This is the heir apparent here.
Why don't you
Throw the headphones down here.
I just moved them off to the side because I don't want them close to get feedback. I don't want feedback. You can't put them that close.
I put them over here.
That's too close. You're the worst. Anyways, we did get some drone footage. We only had one accident with the drone.
There was only one drone pilot.
Listen, we're all in this
We're a
together.
team here.
Yeah, we're all a team.
Even though I had nothing to do with him hitting your truck with the drone.
Alex crashes.
I did not crack his light. He literally had me believing that I cracked the light.
How's your thumb, by the way? I'm really concerned.
Also, I tried to snatch that thing out of the air, and I definitely hit my thumb. Like, my thumb's fine.
Which
Right there.
one?
Right there.
Oh, you bite your thumb. Let me see
Oh,
that
dude,
thumb.
I bite all my
Oh, show me that one again.
Which one? That one? It's bad. Yeah. It don't hurt.
Paul getting corn.
I swear to God, I will punch you right in the dick hole on. I will. I will pull it out. I will spread it, and I will knuckle punch that dick hole. What are you laughing at? You don't know about dick hole.
It's
Look
cheesy
like
now.
look like a doctor in the army.
We got a little pry prism. If you know what that is,
Try prism.
look it up.
What's that? Is that like a
Look it up.
prolapse?
No,
Oh.
look it up.
Hey, chat, tell me what prism is.
We're all like, does anybody know what a pry
what's
prism
that?
is? See, that's what you learn when you go to the police academy. Pry prisms.
Oh, right. Slower, lower. You're joining this too, where you said, if I can grab it, it's not in the air. It's just off the ground. Are we really doing this? Are we really doing this? I've already got disrespected that I'm not the founder of the show.
Yeah,
Why
you're
am I
not.
here? Dave sent the funniest meme where he
Oh my God, that was
photoshopped
great.
my face on card.
And we didn't even have to ask him to do that. He
Mhm.
just saw the post and made it himself.
And snaps for Dave. He's going to culinary GED school. So props to you, bud. Stoked that you're finally putting together egg flipping and basic algebra. I'm proud of you, big guy.
Good enough diploma in the kitchen.
That's just
Mm.
a dishwasher, right?
Well, man, it's almost hot dog time.
Yeah. I think we're going to cut it here, everybody. We appreciate everybody for coming out. I do want to say a huge thank you, not just to Brightleaf, for supplying the wonderful meats that are going to be in our mouths soon.
I'm glad you guys got to see me. Hey,
Nope.
give me a Zen.
Nobody said that. Yeah,
No,
hold on.
no,
Take a Zen.
after.
But anyways, I do want to give a huge thank you to the producers, the Patreon members, because you guys did help fund this trip and everything else we do here. And if you guys want to help support that, head to patreon.com/bassandbrews. How do we do? Can I still do the fade in thing? Do you guys
Yeah.
like the fade in thing?
Yeah, you can do it, but we're not going to hear it on this for some
Okay.
reason.
All right, hold on. Let me get it over here. Yep, got it there. All right, cool. So anyways, thank you everybody. Thank you, Dustin, for coming out. Thanks for being the groupie. We're gonna see you guys on the next one. We'll see if we have another episode. We don't know.
Alex is staying at my house tomorrow night. So, real quick, we were supposed to have a patio poured on Tuesday, but it rained. And my whole thing was we're going to have this patio, this brand new patio. And I was going to go cook Alex tomorrow some delicious barbecue.
Kicking in.
The delicious barbecue, but the patio didn't get poured, so we're not going to do that. I'm probably going to cook him some boiled chicken and rice.
Sweet. Hey, everybody, have whatever the week you deserve. Try not to be assholes to each other.
Be the person your dog thinks you are.
Let's go.